Is your Bissell Little green machine leaking water? So when I pick it up here, you can see there's a puddle of water right there. My Bissell Little green machine is leaking water, and let me show you what that could be. So this is going to be the most common reason that it leaks water, and that's over here on the clean water reservoir. If you don't have the straw in it, so this straw comes with it, it's supposed to be in this cap piece in the container here. And I wanted to take it out here just to give a little example of what it would look like when it's leaking, and then I'm going to flip it up here. So without the straw in it, it's just leaking water. It's just pouring right out of there. So go ahead and take off the lid and then make sure that the straw is in there appropriately. So on the inside of the lid here, there's a little slot there that the straw needs to be in, and if your straw is in there, there's another thing that you can check as well. So first you want to take this apart and make sure that it's in there snug. If it's not in there snug and it's loose, that could be causing the issue as well. So once you get that straw back in there, it's nice and snug, then you're going to want to go ahead and put that back in. Now, if you don't have the straw, you're going to have to get a replacement part for it, and that would be the first place to start. So now when I hold it up here, you can see it's not just pouring water out of there anymore. Now another thing, this straw needs to be above the water. So if you filled up your tank too far above the straw, it'll pour out of there like before. And then if you put it in your machine, it will go ahead and get all that water in there until the water line is below the straw, at which point that might be causing your leak. So start there, make sure that that straw is in there, it's in place, it's secure, and that it's above the water line. And then you can go ahead and see it's water just pouring out of there, in which case it's filling up this compartment and leaking out from underneath the machine. Now, I've also heard reports that this gasket here on the dirty reservoir side was cracked and dried out, and that was causing another person's leak. So they replaced this gasket and that stopped the leak. I would assume that that would be dirty water. Obviously, you're going to be using this, and that's when you suck up that dirty, nasty water and it gets in this container. If that's what's leaking out, check that. So that would be kind of the difference. Is your water clean or is it dirty? Dirty water, check the gasket. Clean water, check that first and see when you're holding this upright after everything's put back together, is water just streaming out of there. Now it's built to have this little hole on the cap here, and I assume that's for airflow so that the water can actually flow from the water tank into the system and actually work. So I assume that that's why that hole is there and that's why that straw is there. So check that first, make sure that everything's in position, working correctly. Now, as you saw, it does spit out a little bit of water at the beginning, but that's again, the straw below the water line. When I pull it up to start, it has to unclog, shoots out a little bit of water, but then it stops. So go ahead and check that first. Make sure that everything's nice, secure there in place. If you still have issues, you'll probably have to go ahead and connect with Bissell customer support. If you want to know more about these machines, check out these videos next. My name is Drew. I'll see you in the next one.